Hey! Hey, hey! I just got back on my scooter. Traffic is crazy out there, okay? Anyhow, the solar is ordered. It should be here Tuesday, Wednesday at the latest. And you know what? I got the most incredible deal. I got a 100-watt panel. I got the charge converter. I got the first little box that regulates it, and I got all the cords for $170. Yeah. Girl is good, right? So last week I put on the luggage thing on the back to carry the scooter and my extra generator, and so next week I'll be going over to set up my solar, because when I take off out of here I want to make sure that it's already working instead of hooking it up when I get out there. So anyway, girls got solar. You know, I had thought about it, and with 2 generators and 2 batteries, I didn't know if I really needed a generator, you know? I mean, solar. But, you know, I have to tell you, I have a TV, I have computers, I have laptop, tablets, I have all kinds of hair dryer. Not that I do my hair often, you all can. Yeah, today I was out on the scooter, anything to keep the hair out of my eyes. But anyhow, I decided to go for it, and I can expand it up to 400 watts. So that's really good. I'll be happy. I gotta tell you, had some study time. You know, I don't have anybody really in my life to do this. I gotta do it on my own, but I've always been that way. So anyway, I told you yesterday in a quick video that I needed to touch base on something that's near and dear to my heart today. By the way, let me go back to the solar power real quick. I will be videoing the setup, so make sure you're here and you see it. Subscribe, like, and share me with your friends. Okay? I guess that's called e-begging. I don't know. Anyhow, you know, I'm going to go real quick over a little history. I have only 63 subscribers right now. And those 63 people have been with me through thick and thin for the last year. And I'm going to touch bases with my new followers, my new subscribers, and people that are first time seeing my channel. When I was in 1980, I was probably 19 years old. I moved to Vegas because there was no work in Arizona. I carried 2 jobs when I got here. I was so excited that there was work. I was running cocktails at night, and I was working a day job pushing change at one of the casinos. So I got really sick, and I went to the doctor that I'd been going to since took my tonsils out, this doctor. I went to him and I told him, his name was Dr. Miller. I said, I don't feel good. And he says, I think you have the flu, and he sent me home. Well, he did blood work, and it come to find out that I had something called non-A, non-B hepatitis. And at that time, in the 80s, even up until the 90s, it was considered a flu-like virus, and you would sleep for 2 weeks, drink plenty of fluids, get a lot of rest, and go about life. Now, from 1980, from the first time I caught it until 1993, when I found out that it was actually hepatitis C, I had 3 bouts. I call them crashes. I never thought nothing of it. I just did what Dr. Miller told me to do. Got some rest, and I always felt better. In 1993, my little girl was just 3 months old, and I was so sick, and I just couldn't get over the birth. And my doctor took blood tests, and when I got there, he says, I have bad news, and I have worse news. And I was like, oh, God. You know, and I got my baby in my arms, and I have a 1-year-old twin crawling around on the floor. My 7-year-old's in school. And I said, well, God, he goes, what do you want first? Well, geez, give me the bad news. And he says, you have arthritis, and you'll probably be in a wheelchair within 6 months. I kind of figured, since I was a teenager, I've had problems. Like I wake up with a stiff neck and have to turn my own head. My grandmother on my mother's side was in a wheelchair at the age of 21 from arthritis. I just figured, okay, so it's handed down through the family. Okay, I said, well, wait, if that's the bad news, what's the worst news? And he says, well, you have Hep C. And I said, Hep C? He goes, yeah, you remember non-A, non-B? And I said, I'll just go home and get 2 weeks worth of rest. I said, I never even thought about it. He goes, no. He goes, now we know what it is. And he goes, and Tammy, he goes, life expectancy is 10 to 15 years. And he goes, and we know that you got this, that you at least had it in 1980. He goes, honey, he goes, your liver proteins are so high. He goes, you have maybe 6 months to live. I was like, what? Not an option. God had just gave me twins and a little girl, and I cried out to God for weeks. Well, I took my treatments and stuff, and probably by 1998 I was just done with it all. And I told God, I said, you know what? Let me enjoy the time I have left with my kids. And I prepped my kids. Taught them all about death. Made sure they were going to all party when I died, because I didn't want them sad. And I just lived every day to the absolute fullest. And I did that. And I did that. And I did that until September last year. Yep. Actually, it was August. I went to my GP, and he said, have you heard there's a cure for Hep C? I was like, no, I'm not interested, because I remember when interferon and rubivirin was like, it was worse than the disease. I said, I'm not interested. And he goes, no, Tammy, it's different than interferon and rubivirin. And so I agreed to take Epiclusa. You'll see my videos about Epiclusa. I was one of the first of the public to receive this new hepatitis C killing drug. And I was scared, because I had lived 35 plus years with Hep C. I knew Hep C. I wasn't scared. I wasn't worried. I knew it was eventually going to take my life. And you know what? Here it had been 30 some years. I was still going strong. I really didn't care to be healed. Just saying. But anyhow, so for 3 months I was on this Epiclusa, and I have to tell you, I'm told it's comparable to chemotherapy. And during this time, I had a narcissist in my life, leaving me for an ex-wife, leaving me for a married woman. It was terrible. It was a roller coaster. You can see those videos down there too. Anyhow, so by December 15th, I took my last pill. I was cured. And no narc. I was narc free. And so I started watching videos on YouTube, and I ran across a nomad lifestyle, and I just couldn't get enough. I started watching any and every video that I could find about living in an RV. I mean, every video. And by the end of December, I knew that's the lifestyle I wanted. And the people seemed so kind and genuine. They seemed like they wanted to help anybody who was a nomad at heart. And I am. And if you sign up to my Patreon account, you'll see some of my childhood and why I have nomadic blood in my life. But anyhow, what I'm saying is that I have always been a nomad since I was a little girl. But anyhow, I was so interested, and these people seemed so kind and genuine, and it was like all they want to do is help you make your dream come true. Well, you know what? For 7 months solid, I have watched videos, and I've prayed. I have prayed hard every day, because you know what? The fact is, I live on just $1,200 a month. That's it. That's it. There are months I have $100 to eat on. And I'm not kidding. And I'm not trying to make you feel bad or nothing. I'm just stating facts. But I knew that if I had an RV, I wouldn't be paying out this $600-700 a month I'm paying right now just for this little slum house that I live in. And my electricity is $144 a month on a good month. But anyhow, I knew I knew that if I prayed, that somehow, some way, God would answer that prayer. 3 weeks ago, and I give God glory, He answered my prayer. I had a couple come into my life, and they offered me their 2008 29-foot Class C RV. I was with my friend Billy that day, and when I took the call, when I got off the phone, I was ecstatic, because that day, that very day that the husband called and said, "We've chosen you to give our RV to," I have to say I was in awe of God. I was also going to State Line, California-Nevada State Line, to cash in a $5 scratcher I had won $500 on by fluke. My friend Billy was going. He didn't want to ride alone. I rode with him, spent $5, and I got a $500 winning scratching ticket. So God right there not only provided the RV, but He provided $500 to get that RV ready. Now, they didn't just give me that RV. Let me clarify here. I pay $400 a month for that RV, but they didn't require a down payment. Amazing. I am still in awe and in shock over what God has done for me. So anyway, after I got off of the Epiclusa, in February, they did more blood work. Well, they did real extensive blood work because they wanted to make sure this Hep C was gone. And I had issues with my pancreas, which most people do who have Hep C. You know, just your liver's overloaded, so your gallbladder, which I don't have, and your pancreas do extra work. They told me that I had come back with the antibodies for bone cancer, multiple myeloma. And I thought, oh my God. And at this time, I'd taken my NARC back. So I'm sitting here. I have doctors telling me that I have MGUS. It's markers for bone cancer. It means that I have mutant cells in my bone structure. It's actually not a bone cancer, it's a blood cancer. But so I'm scheduled for all kinds of tests. They're doing tests once a week, and they do a bone biopsy. Hurt like hell. I'd rather have 3 children in a row than ever have that bone biopsy again. So I had to wait 4 weeks, and during this time, of course, my NARC, true form for a narcissist, just wasn't supportive. And every day I would walk through this house and go, I'm not ever going to get to live on the road, especially if I have to have chemo. I thought my dream had died. And I was saying, why, God? Why? What have I done? You know? And so 3 weeks go by, and each day with my NARC in this house, and there's videos about him down there too. Oh, God. Anyway, you can hear that whole story if you want. I looked at him and I thought, I've wasted 4 years. My last possibly 4 years on that. I thought, oh my God, I just got cured of hepatitis C that I've had for 35 years plus, and now I got bone cancer. It was a very hard 3 weeks waiting for that bone biopsy results to come back. Well, they came back. And I don't have malignant multiple myeloma. I have MGUS. And what it is it's the markers for multiple myeloma. It could absolutely turn into bone cancer. I have to be checked every 6 months by blood work. It was in my blood work they found it. I can give blood. So anyway, the day I found out that I didn't have bone cancer and I didn't have to go through chemotherapy, I looked at that narc and I said, I can't do this no more. What would have happened if that was my last 4 years? I've been giving him chance after chance after chance to stop doing what he's doing, and he's not changing. He's sitting on his ass in his underwear doing absolutely nothing day in and day out, not even helping in yard. I can't even get him outside. So anyhow, I told him, you gotta go. You have got to go. And he left. And I swear it was only 5, maybe 6 weeks at the max later that God blessed me with this motorhome. God is so good. I don't want to spend the last years of my life catering and being abused by a narcissist. I don't want one day for that doctor to go, Tammy, you have multiple myeloma. And I didn't live life. I sat here day in, day out. Yeah, I work out. I walk. I read. I do things to keep myself busy, but that's not living life to me. I want to be out on the road. I want to depend on me. I don't want the government up my butt. I want a free lifestyle. I've always been a gypsy. I've never lived inside the box. My oldest son calls me eccentric. And then he said, Mama, look up the definition. And the definition is not living inside of the circle or the box, whatever it is. I don't. I never have. Never. And so when I kicked him out, I started praying. And I have to tell you that a week before these people called me and told me they had chosen me to receive their home, no down, I just simply, I get it and I finish paying it off, which is only a couple years. I had succumbed to the fact that maybe God didn't want me out on the road. I had even sold my old scooter, had $500 cash in my hand, and my heart's going, save this. You can take a bus to get to the doctors and stuff, and shopping. You save your money. Something's going to come up. And then, of course, the doubter in me came out and said, nah, just go get you a new scooter. And I did. And I swear I didn't have that scooter 4 days. So my luck, right? Oh my God. I didn't have that scooter 4 days when I got my RV. Cheers. So, friends and dear ones, loved ones, I have been busting my butt to not only get everything that I need from here. It's not everything you want living in a motorhome. It's everything you need. I've got closets and boxes full of clothes and shoes that I have to go through and get rid of. I've got cupboards full of dishes and pots and pans, things I just am not going to need. So a lot of my time I'm spent sorting and going through stuff and keeping stuff that I need. I had to go make a list. I still need a propane heater. I'm looking for one of those. Not only did these people provide me this motorhome, but the rack that I bought to carry my scooter and the extra generator, he put it on. Speaking of extra generator, not only did he give me an extra generator that's only got like 6 hours on it, he gave me a brand new battery. That's why I bought the solar. I thought, what the heck? I've got all this, I might as well. He gave me tools. He's given me gas cans, leveling jack, everything I could possibly need. Hoses, belts, ropes, everything I could possibly need. And they don't have an issue with me boondocking because he was a boondoctor until he met his wife. He actually lived in this RV for 6 months and then met his wife. out on the road, and they ended up getting married and settling down, and now they're selling this, and check this out. They're going into a van. They're redoing a van. It's so cool. So I have been so totally blessed. And I want to share this blessing with all of you. I want you to be with me. I want you to see my journeys and explore with me and dance with me. I love to dance. I love to walk. I want you to be a part of my life. And maybe we'll meet at the RTR. Maybe we'll meet. Maybe you'll yeah, and you know what? If you sign up on Patreon, yeah, I do Skype. I do Skype with my Patreon subscribers. So, if you sign up, I'll be doing, yeah, I give out Skypes. So we could talk face to face. Although sometimes his face is pretty wrinkled. You know, I'm 58, and I am so excited to step out on this ledge and live this new lifestyle. So there's my history. There's the journey I've been on in this life. And now you will watch me live a journey that, I kid you not, I have desired for years. I have 3 kids and 3 grandkids. They're all grown, out doing life. That's why we raise them. I don't know about the rest of you, but I raised my kids to be self-sufficient, support themselves, be good people, have integrity, and get out on there and do life. And they are, and I'm proud of them. I've got a kid in Georgia, I got a kid in Wisconsin, I got a kid in Arizona, I got a grandkid in Arizona, and I got 2 grandsons in Colorado and a daughter-in-law. So, I will be seeing them on my travels, which is another thing. I haven't seen my child in Wisconsin for probably 8 years. Because, you know, he went to college, he works hard. I just don't have the money. I'm $1,200 a month and I'm paying out $900 in bills. I never could afford to go see him. And now I can. My daughter in Georgia, I haven't seen her in 3 years. My son in Arizona, and Arizona is right there. I haven't seen him in 4 years. I just, living on Social Security disability, and I know some of you do, you just can't afford the luxuries of life. Well, you know what? Now my life will be the luxury. Yes. So come along with me, follow me, share me, and subscribe to me as we go on this journey. Be my invisible co-pilot, my invisible companion. Be there for me. And you know what? My original subscribers know, and if you ever watch any of those videos down below, you will know I don't mince words, I don't sugarcoat it, and I will not lie to you. I will not charge you for information. Another video I have to do, because you know what, I want to tell you, and it just breaks my heart. I had this grandeur vision of how all of these nomads are, that they were kind and giving, and they just wanted to help anybody who felt that this lifestyle was right for them. You know, I guess just like the world that we all live in here now, in the city, there are good people and bad people. I guess we only know the facade. We only know what they let us see. I'm raw. I'm not sugarcoating it, and I'm not plastic. I'm as real as they come. So join me. Join my journey. Enjoy the videos. I will be videoing this week on packing, sorting, putting in my solar. That when I bring the RV here to load it up, you'll get a grand tour before anything is put in there, because I am not going to load it up and put the stuff away. I'm going to go hit my boondocking place and then start putting stuff away. But I'm so excited. And for those of you who do believe in God, pray for me. Always pray for me. For those of you who don't, send me some positive vibrations and energies. I take those too. And if you have it in your heart and you want to help me out a little bit, just let me know, and I'll tell you where to go. I do have a Patreon station if you want to sign up. It's a little more personal than YouTube, but I'm not sliding YouTube. Same videos, they just may not be here as fast as they are there. Join me on Patreon. I'll leave all those links down below. Join me on Twitter and Facebook. I have a personal Facebook, but I'm going to start a Tammy's Nomadic RV Life there as well. So anyway, you guys are in my prayers and my thoughts. I pray that y'all have a blessed, positive day. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace.